If you understand mathematics, you need X to cancel X. I repeat, if you understand mathematics, you need X to cancel X, because if you don't look for X to cancel another X, that X that is giving you problem, if you don't look for X to cancel that particular X, you will still remain in the same situation. If you are solving a question in exam, if you don't cancel that X, you will still remain in that problem. Sometimes in Nigeria, you need madness to cure madness. Madness is needed to cure madness. If you don't use madness, if you are using gentleman approach, the madness will not be cured and it will remain there to torment you. A particular region or tribe in Nigeria is trying to tell every other Nigerian that they have monopoly of violence, monopoly of causing insecurity. Anything linked to insecurity in Nigeria, you always connect it to them. In the south, killings upon killings in farmland, you connect it to them. In the north, Boko Haram, terrorist activities, you connect it to them. So the approach you have been using, dialogue. At the end of the day, the problem gets worse. Most times, you need X to cancel X. 2 incidents happened in a day, and everybody is quiet. These headers, these Fulani headers, went and attacked Enugu State again. Ehamufu, let me read it out. I think herdsmen overrun farm settlements, occupy homes, schools in Enugu's Ehamufu amid government silence. Herdsmen again. They are ransacking people from their homes. People are running away from their ancestral homes because of the same herdsmen, all the way from Futajalon, all the way from Senegambia. People that are not indigenous to the country called Nigeria, to the geographical expression called Nigeria. They are not indigenous to Nigeria, but you come all the way. You have a reputation for causing violence, causing mayhem everywhere you find yourself. Now you are coming from north to south to kill people, to destroy their homes, to destroy farm settlement, to instill fear in the hearts of people so that they will be afraid to stay in their own place. Migration upon migration. Then you come over and take over their village because of your repeated attacks and killing. Yet there's silence. Our Mumu leaders in southern Nigeria, governor of Enugu State, have not said anything since. Look at how the northern people, northern leaders, were shouting all over. I never knew that they were on social media. They all mobilized themselves because of what happened in Edo State. But they have been seeing other things that have been happening in other parts of Nigeria. In Edo State, 20 were killed. Benue, hundreds have been killed. People's mothers have been raped and killed, ransacked from their farm. People's crops have been destroyed. These people, hypocrites from the north, that's what I'm calling them now. Hypocrites from the north have not said anything. That's why I said sometimes you need X to cancel X, especially the Fulani people. The only reason why they are able to conquer the Hausa people is because the Hausa people did not give them aura for aura. If you give a particular Fulani person aura for aura, if you come to challenge me, I will challenge you back. If you show workings, me I will show workings. That is when they will respect you. But when you start pampering and using all those stupid way of looking for peace, it repeats itself because we have tried it over the years. Dialogue. Enugu State traditional rulers went to visit the Sultan of Sokoto, informing him of the killings in Enugu State. The next week, another round of attacks happened. So which solution do you want us? Prefer solutions to us as regards the killings in the southeast and other southern parts of the country. You were there. These killings were going on. Governors were not doing anything. But when Samanepa started and Nnamdi Kanu created an ESN that went into the bushes and started making sure that these people don't cause mayhem, the same Mba, governor of Enugu State, was everywhere in the news, attacking Samanepa. This, that. He was everywhere. He was very, very active. But within 1 month now, or more than 1 month, of recent attacks, so He has not said anything. He has not said anything. Young graduates butchered, killed by attackers suspected to be herdsmen at Abuja Boys Brigade. 2 news. No outrage from these so-called governors. I tell you that an average northerner, Islamic Fulani jihadist fundamentalist, exalts the Sharia law, the Islamic law, above the Nigerian law. That is why if you abuse Muhammad, whatever, they call it blasphemy. They will kill you because they don't rate Nigerian law on taking a human life. They don't rate it. Look at how people defended Deborah. It tells you their mentality. And the mentality of an average northerner is that he is the Islamic law, northern Muslim, and all those Fulani jihadists. Islamic law is above any other law. So whatever law you think is in the 1999 constitution, they don't rate it above the Islamic law. That is why you must find Sharia law in the 1999 constitution. The people that created the constitution, they use an Igbo man. You know, anytime they want to perpetrate those are useless agenda, they will look for a willing tool in an Igbo man to run all these riots. The Sultan of Sokoto wrote a letter to southern governors about them refusing Sharia to be created in the southwest. They use an Igbo man, Usman Tochukwu, to write the letter. So whenever they want to do anything, they will use an Igbo man. Are you surprised the attitude of Edo State governor? Are you surprised how Edo State governor? There have been killings in Romeo and some parts of Edo. The governors, the northern governors, the governors where these people came from, did not come to pay condolence visits to any southern governor, even Edo State governor. But because of these 16 northerners that were killed, Edo State governor took his entourage and went to pay condolence visit to the Kano State governor. Who is a Fulani? Who is a Fulani? Should be the same outside people than kill. I told you, these Fulani are using this opportunity to play politics on the outside people. We are fighting for you. We are fighting for you. We are protecting your interests. We will make sure that these people, we are fighting for Hausa people. We know that Hausa people are gullible. Maybe they will forget how they carry out jihad on their emir and took over their emirship, took over everything from them and made them paupers. So the Edo State governor, a southern governor, a typical southern governor, left Edo State and went to pay condolence visits to these people. One of the reasons why I said, Oshomole said, there's a tactic APC use. And the same tactics is what our colonial masters, or those that are playing politics in Africa, are using. They influence your elections. They put willing tools to lead you so that they can control them. They will put somebody who they have a record of him, a criminal record of him, so that they will use that criminal record to put him in check, and that person will do his bidding. African presidents that are loyal to the colonial masters. That is what these colonial masters impose on us as Africans. In whatever country, you see the Burkina Faso guy, you see those ones that came out, they disconnected from France and these colonialists. But look at our Nigerian counterparts, look at other people, look at Cameroon. You see how they become a puppet so that they can be controlled. That is what the Fulani does. Why would Peter Mba keep silent? We know that most of the elections we run in the country today is not the mandate of the people. It cannot be mandate of the people now. Even the Okwebolo, they know that that is a cash and carry election. So if you do not do their bidding, you are risking your governance. Look at what is happening to Fubara. He's not pandering to the center. He's not pandering to those that matter. That might not be Fulani related. But this is the style. This is the power. How do I put it? The tool they use in controlling people. So most southern governors do not have the mandate of their people. They are not emerging from the votes of their people. Most southern governors. their people did not vote them. So it is the system that rigged them in. That is why any small thing they will be behaving like mumu. Peter Mba has not said anything. I've not seen him grant any press interview. Over there, Ehamufu, his people, his Igbo people, his people are being killed by foreigners, by other people. But he cannot talk because he values one thing. He values his political power than the lives of the people he has sworn to protect. Isn't that ironical? A governor, one of my friends told me that if you are talking about intellectual conversations, put out Edo State. Intellectual conversation. Edo State should not be anywhere they're having intellectual conversation because of their governor. You went there, and whether you cram the Hausa or you speak the Hausa, was just making a fool of the Edo people. Edo people that I know. The ingenuity of an Edo man. The way they talk about the Igbo man. Any place you don't see an Edo man, there cannot be balance. Any place you don't see an Edo man, there cannot be balance. I'm telling you. You see Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. An Edo man must be there to create balance because Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, they put fire for everywhere. But an Edo man is there to balance, create balance in the environment. Intelligent people that are ingenious. You have a governor, which is not really, I understand, the manner of the people, but it's a big disgrace to intellectuals in Edo State. I told you from the onset, that you need X to cancel X. That is the language people understand. The government, the power knows that if the people know their rights, if they are educated, they are exposed, lots of them will not be close to the corridor of power. That's why they bastardize education, they weaken institutions, they make sure that they put activists under checks. We know that the Southwest are the ones that run activism in Nigeria, the Southwest. But all of a sudden, when the APC party got into power, all of them went into hiding. Under Jonathan, they were so active. This one, that one, this one, that one. They were so active. So active. But when Buhari came in, all those platforms headed, like, dominated by the Yorubas, went into hiding. Not to talk of Tinubu. Shebi, they used to, when they have argument, they say, we in the Southwest, we Yorubas, we kept quiet. We did not attack Buhari, his 8 years. Don't attack us in our 8 years. This is the kind of governance they are giving people in a 21st century, where people have left the earth and going to other galaxies. You cannot even, you're not sincere with leadership on earth. People have forgotten those, have gone past those ones, and they are going to other galaxies to check whether human beings can live there. They are bringing out new inventions day by day. They are upgrading while we are still battling with whether this one is a God. Sometimes I look the reasonings of. I respect people that went to school. I used to respect people that have PhDs, professors. But I will not respect you when I listen to you. When I listen to you, I will know whether you have an intelligent conversation or whether you have anything to offer. You see what Tinubu said when he talked about Wike? He said, Wike, if this FCT thing I gave you during elections, if you are playing your politics that it is coming to your party, I will sack you. Elections. What does it mean? I told you that the Nigerian voter do not determine who becomes the leader in Nigeria of today. Because the politicians have succeeded in using the army, using DSS, using police, using instruments of power to intimidate and suppress the people. After taking away their livelihood from them, taking away justice from them, taking away education, bastardizing their education. Look at the curriculum we run today. In China, young people are repairing phones, 4, 5, are doing bricklaying work. But here, a 5-year-old, they will go to school, they will play from morning till night, and they will learn ABC. ABC, the language of somebody else. A for cat, D for. They will be learning somebody else's language. That's the school curriculum. And that curriculum will breed, we churn out students who cannot be able to stand and face life or understand what life is all about. We have 200 million mega mugus running who has the ability to only eat, sleep with women, give birth to children, and exercise their physical power. Finish. No addition to the world. Nothing. No usefulness. No creativity. They are just comfortable. Anywhere the politicians push them to, they just stay there. And they say, we went to school. You went to school. With this your bias and nepotism, you went to school. It's unfortunate that the people cannot rise up. I told somebody that Nigerians don't have the capacity, this particular Nigeria that I'm saying, to cause a change. They don't have the guts to fight for their unborn children. Some of these people are not worthy to be parents. They are not worthy to be parents because they cannot stand up to their families. They cannot demand good governance from their families. Instead, they will support a system that will impoverish their children, make it difficult for their children to achieve their destinies. Most of their children are doing fraud and into all sort of criminalities under which they are supporting. Our grandfathers of those days, they had little, but they could build houses. But somebody with 10 million today, go and build a house. Our fathers, they were earning little. They could build a house, they could get married, give their children, train their children in school. But you as a child today, after these leaders have bastardized your future and everything, you come back and see that the money you have is not enough for you to settle. Because your parents have been coward enough to intimidate you with fear that was in them that they couldn't cause a change. If not for the bravery of those people that demanded independence from people died, people sacrificed their life, people were willing to stand and defend. At the earlier stage, we had free education. People enjoyed a lot from Nigeria. It got to a point in time, corruption started entering. The leaders that I introduced corruption into the system in Nigeria are those that we are celebrating today. Our parents, this old generation. They are the ones in power still today, telling you that the future is bright. Someone that have 10, 15 years to live on earth is telling you the future is bright. Telling a 20-year-old man that he had like 40 to 50 years to live in his youthful age, you don't give the person the opportunity to experience life. So we have the northern leaders, we have the Fulani leaders using this opportunity to bamboozle the Hausa community that they are fighting for them. If you look at the picture of a Pobolo and the Kano State governor, you see master-slave mentality. You see master-slave. You see how they behave. This one behaves like a master-slave. The Northerners believe that they are higher than you. That is why they are not interested to having conversations with you, even on Twitter, on social media. The reason why you see more Northerners coming on social media was the obedient movement that shocked all of them. So they now said, there's a need for us to have join this conversation on social media. Because usually they don't even send you on your social media stuff. They believe that if anything's up, they will demand for your leaders because they are the ones that control your leaders. That's the way Fulani run their things. They will demand for your leaders. 60 people were killed. You carry your government entourage, went to another state. A state where its people are responsible in causing insecurity, raping your mothers, killing your young girls, destroying your farmland, ransacking your villages, causing restlessness in your communities. You went there and started paying condolence visits. For once, they have not shown any remorse. There's nothing you tell an Islamic fundamentalist in the North about Deborah. They believe that they are right by lynching Deborah. They believe so. An average Northerner, even their political leaders, their governors, they believe so. The Southerners have a different perspective to that. I'm not even shocked that most Southwesterners are not even putting out in this issue. They leave the South-Southerners, the Southeast to tackle the Northerners. They believe that what they did about Deborah is right. And these are the people you are going to their state. You are showing all. I don't understand. What are the governors afraid of? People that does not respect the constitution. People that believe that they own Nigeria and they are showing it to your faces. They are threatening the government of the day. People need to be arrested and prosecuted. People that they created Boko Haram, they created insecurity in Nigeria. And these Boko Haram people will now be enlisted into the army after, in quote, rehabilitation, and say they are repented. No, enlist them in the army. You enlist Boko Haram that have been killing families, killing people in the army. Those that are in the army are demoralized, that you are bringing in people that they are fighting inside the army. And we have seen a situation whereby some people are colluding with bandits and Boko Haram, supplying their weapons, whatever, in whatever guise. It discourages the army people. It discourages them. I don't understand. An average northerner, Islamist, a Muslim enough, believes that Deborah's death was justified. And we're having certain governors that are pandering to whatever they are doing over there. Well, I've said it and I'll say it over and over again. Most of the southern leaders we have in the south today are imposed by the system created by the Fulani. System created for control. The only reason why you see that the Fulani have not run over southeast is because of the middle belt. How is Enugu affected? It's because of they have a boundary with Benue. That place they have a boundary with Benue. That's why you see they are affected like that. If not, they will use political power because they share themselves into two. These Fulani people, the political power they use and those on the ground. The ones that have political power will be protecting those ones on the ground, and those ones on the ground they will cause fear, torment people. You run away from a village, they take over. They find a settlement. When you come back, they don't call you 1-0. They have intimidated you, so you don't have enough of guts to push them out as you are supposed to push them out. You will have a place to stay. And you'll be looking at people that are tormenting you because of one Nigeria. Because of one Nigeria. May Tinubu restructure this country, because that's the only best thing. If not, Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb.